Hi, guys. Welcome to our podcast called Tea Time. I'm your host, Shay Stone.
And your co-host, Ari.
And today we are going to be answering some most burning questions that y'all asked us. And they should be pretty interesting, pretty fun. I like answering stuff, and I know Ari does too. Speaking of Ari over there, she is a singer and songwriter, and her music is really good. One of my favorite tracks is Dumb. She knows I listen to it all the time. Gives you them Rihanna vibes. Someone from the park told her, so that was great. Basically, two-woman band here, we help each other out with it. She's also up for multiple awards. She's going to be singing for not Super Bowl, but there's a venue like right across the street with performances all day long. That's just going to be packed, and she's one of the acts there. So that is awesome and a big deal. Congrats on you. You guys should really check out her music. It's great, and there's a lot more coming out that we're working on. That's in the vault right now, so can't wait to get those out. But with that being said, what was one of the questions that you had? You told me about it yesterday, and I thought it was pretty interesting.
What would you be in your next life? Anything, including animal. Not inanimate objects. That is not real. I mean, they're real, but they're not living. It has to be living. Because it's a next life.
You already know my answer. If it's an animal.
Penguin.
A penguin. Yeah, a penguin. It's just, they're too cute, man. So I would be a penguin.
I mean, honestly, I would have to think about it and have my reasons. Like, if I would, pass away at some point and I were to go up there in the void or whatever, and I would be looking around, trying to figure out what I want to be, if anything. If I want to be a dude, if I want to be, a dog. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, you could be trying to do revenge to somebody, that's still alive.
And there's pros and cons that every single thing, so it's which one has, I guess, the best pros that outweigh the cons?
I mean, you could be a scorpion to go pinch somebody, or I don't know, you could go be a lot of things, like a cat just to have 9 lives. I mean,
you'll live a lifelong journey there.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, personally, a dog, probably. I like pets. Well, I would like pets.
So we come to the conclusion, I'm a penguin, you're a dog.
Yes.
All right, so the next question that we got was, who is a celebrity that no one hates? Bob Ross.
Well, yeah. I mean, all I know is he's a painter and he's on mugs.
And he's on mugs.
I've seen him on mugs in the grocery, but he's cool. I like him,
He's very calming and makes beautiful art. And his afro, his hair is amazing.
I know. I like paintings. I like hair. I don't like baldness. Sorry.
I feel like no one can hate that man. Also, Keanu Reeves.
True.
Yeah, he's, I feel like, the best person in Hollywood. Or, I used to always think of The Rock.
Well,
he's in every single movie there is playing the same character. And everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go. But then I think there is actually something that, I saw people arguing about him back and forth. I was like, well, so I would say Bob Ross and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, and I think The Rock has beef with Vin Diesel for some reason. So I'm like, okay.
Battle of the Baldies.
Two beefy guys. Beef baldy guys.
What?
Going at each other.
Wait, battle of two bald beefy guys. There you go.
Yes, the BBBs. Um,
That caught me off
uh,
guard.
but I mean, maybe Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, I don't know if I don't hate her. I mean, I don't know if
Mhm.
any. I just know that people
I
think
like
she's
her.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she's very real. So I would agree with that too. I never saw anything, and she's not on social media, so that's a plus. That is a plus. I don't think Keanu Reeves is on social media either. Yeah, actually, the ones that are like not like nobody hates aren't on social media.
Well, I mean, they're not fucking problematic for that reason.
That is true. That's true. Great mental health.
True.
Okay. Another question we got was our favorite song and why. My favorite song is "Done" by Ari.
Well, thanks.
You guys should really listen to it.
Mine is what's the one we made up? Poop on a loop. I don't know.
Bro, you did not.
That shit's so old. Like
Nostalgia.
fucking chicken
You want
coop.
to tell them about that?
That
Oh,
was
dude, we were crazy. Like, and I would just, oh no, we would make songs
tracks.
on the top of our heads, like what diss tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of them,
Fucking Nemo looking ass.
yeah, there was this girl that we had major beef with, and we made a diss track about her. It was never released though.
No.
We should release
No.
it. I still
Dude,
have
we would need to rewrite that shit.
I still have the lyrics actually in my notes up here. I'm not gonna read it though. That could be something for another day. But no, one of them we were like in fucking middle school, and it was like we were trying to be rappers, and it was like gotta poop in a loop, chicken coop, hoop you doop.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, we thought we were the shit.
Like one time I wrote this parody of fucking Royals by Lord, and it was like something about fucking ostriches.
What is that? I wouldn't
I
even
don't
begin.
know.
You never
I
see
don't
an
know.
ostrich.
Yes,
in a bed.
I swear to God, it was like
Oh man, I hope
I was
you
like
remember it.
something about ostriches in the movies or something, and I was like, fuck, what the fuck?
I could
I
not.
think I left that somewhere, like, but I literally
I
wrote the
could
whole
totally hear that
thing.
now. Ostrich in the movies. That is
I was like,
hilarious.
"What the fuck is wrong?" But in all realness, my favorite song is "Frick Park Market" by Mac Miller, 'cause
All
don't
right,
call
yeah,
me Malcolm if you didn't fucking know me then. That's my fave.
hands down. All right,
My fave.
man, mine would probably be. I don't know if this is cliche or not. I really like "Lovely" by Khalid and Billy
Yeah,
because
that's
it
cool.
has the violin and just I don't know. I love the violin. It's my favorite instrument. So, yeah. Also also have a specific type of music I like. I like y'all, my dog about to eat something. Body outside. Hold on. Yeah, I really like that song. I also like After Dark by Mr. Kitty. Pretty good. I don't know. I would say probably one of those two. um okay, and then we also have another question. Favorite actress and why? Oh man. You go first. It's gonna take me a minute.
Honestly, actress, I don't really think about that shit. I'm
Favorite
not
actress.
really a movie watcher that
I am big
often.
fan. Favorite I always okay. I always said Blake Lively.
Oh,
Just
that was
cause
always your fave, girl.
yeah,
You
I
had that
loved
red
her.
lipstick by her and everything.
Still have it. Um, Yeah, I loved her a lot. I just like the way she handled herself. She's naturally beautiful. I really liked her in Gossip Girl, the OG. And then Age of Adeline when it came out was awesome. Um, and she's beautiful. I mean, she bagged Ryan Reynolds, so
I mean, hey, the
actually
real
he
college
bagged
stuff.
her. Yeah, she's great.
Well, honestly, for me,
I know you want to say him, but this is actress, meaning female.
I know,
But you
but
could say
I'm just
him.
gonna say Jennifer Lawrence because I don't know a lot of ladies. Let's be for real. But I mean, I don't know a lot of names. So I'm just gonna go with her. Plus she's
Okay,
like funny as hell and she's
she
hot,
is.
obviously. And she doesn't age. So
I love her. Yeah, she's great.
yeah. So
All right, this question I really like. What is a movie moment that you have had in your life? That I guess a moment in your life that you think could have been like a part of a movie or something. I have a lot of them. Do you have any?
so anything including so it doesn't have to be cliche romantic good
No, it
because I
doesn't
don't
have
have
to
none
be.
of that shit.
Damn.
You can go first.
Okay. Um, okay, so one time I had this friend, I'll just call her Elle, and she lived by the lake. I loved her house so much. She had like a water trampoline, a freaking jet ski, jet boat. Like it was freaking awesome. And I always enjoyed going there. Well, one day, um, I think we were just having a big sleepover, and her house was on top of this hill, and you have to take like an ATV all the way down to get to the deck. And this
Mm,
little deck thing they made. It was huge too, where you could just put anything you want on there, like chairs, tables, and stuff. And then you have the deck to the lake, like on the lake. Well, we got down there, and we were down there for a few hours, and Elle got on the jet ski and was taking everybody one by one, like riding and stuff. And after we all got done, we looked, and she actually had like a raft, like just a normal raft with oars that was inflatable. And me and this girl named M, I'll call her M, um, we both looked at each other, and I said, "Hey, aren't you on the swim team?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Oh, I tried to, be on the swim team, but they said no." She goes, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, but you are, so that means you're a great swimmer." She's like, "Yeah, I would say." I'm like, "Okay, well, do you want to get in this raft with me?" And then we go to that island out way in the middle of the lake, away from
mm.
civilization. And she goes, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "Okay, great. I just at least want someone who's a great swimmer to come with me. Like you're like David Hasselhoff." And so we get in a small little raft, and we're using the oars. We're going like we're like literally in the middle of this freaking lake, almost to the island, and it was so far away. And then we finally get to the island, and all of a sudden we hear screaming from across the lake back to Elle's house. And we're like, "What's happening?" And then we look over, the sky is turning black, or Chicken Little would say it, the sky is falling. Um, it was starting to storm, like the worst storm you could possibly have, actually. And then the water starts, and I'm
Mm.
like, there is no way we're gonna get back on this fucking raft. And now us two young high school girls, I think we're literally like freshmen, is stranded in the middle on this island. And yeah, it was bad. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to get back right now, or like we're gonna be stuck in a freaking hurricane or something." So we took a couple pine cones, to be like, "Oh, we made it," like whatever, a landmark thing. Threw it in there, and we're like in the middle of the freaking lake, like trying to go, like it was horrible, like Pirates of the Caribbean shit. And then all of a sudden, I look over, and M drops the oar, and it's wooden and heavy, right? And it just goes in the bottom of the lake, like, And I go, "Oh, shit." And then she looks at me and goes, "At least we still have yours." I said, "At least we have your legs. You better start kicking." And
Yeah,
she,
for
like,
real.
flips on her stomach and starts kicking, like, literally like the SpongeBob movie, like David Hasselhoff, where he's like, "Zzz," like, you know? And then I'm over here, like, using the only freaking oar we have, and it's pouring and lightning and thundering. It was the scariest crap ever. They did not think we were gonna make it. Um, and then we, like, flipped over, it was bad, and that's one of my biggest fear is, like, being trapped under a canoe, like, underwater,
Mm.
dark and scary, and you don't know what's under you. And it flipped over, and I'm freaking out. I literally thought I was gonna freaking die, but she's a great swimmer, you know, so she had my back, and then finally made it. It took so long though, but we made it, and, yeah, I don't know, I just feel like that is, like, a scene out of a movie, like, or something like an adventure movie or something, like, you know?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
some, what was that movie called? 7 Meters Down, some?
Yeah, like a shark movie or Jaws or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, that's
something
what
like
I
that.
yeah,
I can't
it
remember what the
Jaws
movie's
movie
called, but
or
something like
horror
that,
movie.
you know?
One. But yeah, it was freaking crazy. Do you have something like that?
Not, like, lake-wise, but I don't like lakes that much, mostly because I'm afraid of swimming in something that's man-made or, like, a town that's been covered up, because I
Mm,
don't wanna get stabbed, and I don't wanna die, so
yeah, you don't
also,
wanna
like,
splurge
who knows
on
what the fuck's in there? They be dumping shit in lakes all the time.
and
Uh,
man-made stuff in the lake, like, who knows, you know? Like a science
yeah,
experiment.
like Homer Simpson level shit,
Oh
nuclear
my
waste.
gosh.
Um, three-eyed fish. Anyway, uh, but
Something crazy like that.
my story, oh, I hate this so much, but
I don't know.
okay. So, basically, this is a hot rod Kick Buttowski moment, if anybody knows what the fuck that means.
I
Okay.
can't too.
Okay, I was, like, about, I think, 9 years old. Okay, going outside. It was a Sunday morning. We were watching Kick Buttowski on the TV. Daredevil show, cartoon, right? Let me say again, cartoon.
Cartoon.
Okay. So we decided that's cool. Let's see if we can do it ourselves, right? Jump shit with bikes ourselves, right? No, not a good idea. Okay. So we decided to go one by one down this hill. We lived in a house that was on like the back of a golf course. So it went down like this, literally down slope. Okay. So in the winter, we could take, you know, things like toboggans, the sleds, and just go straight down.
Yeah.
So you see where the problem was. So 9, 8, 7-year olds doing this outside Sunday morning. Parents nowhere to be found. Probably cooking breakfast. So we were just outside in our pajamas. Me wearing pink frog pajamas. I know this very well because of what happened next.
Oh my gosh, so
So
detailed. I love it.
my stepbrother goes down first. He hits a tree, cries for 3 seconds, brings it back up. I'm next. He did not tell me that the brakes were broken. So I start going down the hill full speed. I'm trying to do the brakes. Honestly, if I'm being for real, I was not thinking at that moment. I was just trying to live, okay? I can replay it right now in my brain. That's what I'm doing because that shit was scary. Okay, going I don't know how many miles down that damn thing. I was flying, okay? Next thing I know, my bull mastiff dog over here is running down beside me, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is she doing?" And I guess she was trying to save me, but I flipped over her bitch ass. Literally flipped over her. and then I hit my neighbors all the way at the end. I hit on the ground, like, my head, but I didn't I don't know, maybe I got a concussion. I don't know,
Like,
probably did. Never found out. I didn't go to the doctor.
they're like,
But,
this is the reason I am the way I am.
probably, I mean, 2 times that I got hit in the head and didn't go to the hospital.
Oh my
We're not gonna
gosh,
talk about this
that's
right
so
now.
concerning,
But
actually.
that like, my dog came down to see if I was okay, and then my dad came down, and then I went to go take a bath, and then the next day, we went to go watch Nanny McPhee, and then I threw up, and then I went home.
Oh, no.
Like, literally, when the child threw up in the car, I threw up after him, and then I went home. I think I had a
Dang,
concussion.
that's some crazy crap. I could literally see you just, and then here's the dog.
Bitch,
And
flying down there, okay? I
that
was
is
flying. Dude,
that is
dude.
definitely a movie moment, like something, an action movie or like a family movie to where the kids are up to no good. Like
I had no scrapes. 0. I don't understand. I flipped
what a
over,
legend.
I hit the ground with him.
You are the goat.
Dude, if I ever shave my head, there's probably so many fucked up bumps. There's probably a crack in my skull.
I hope not.
We're just gonna
That's actually crazy.
That's insane. I can't even part my hair correctly because of the second thing. Like, I tried for 45 minutes the other day, and I was like, "I can't," because it's,
No
like,
go.
right here.
Like straight down.
Well, not from that, from the second thing, remember?
Oh
When
yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
ooh, I can still feel it, but it's okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you could still feel that?
Yeah, it's probably
That
a
was
dent
like
in my skull,
long.
remember? That was, like, a year and a half ago, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Not the bike incident. That is why
Oh,
I
wow.
never rode a bike until we went to the beach, and I was forced to ride a fucking bike because everybody else was riding a damn bike.
I'm
And I
so
was like,
sorry.
"Gotta get it together," and I was not gonna spend an extra $10 to $20 for a fucking tricycle. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Hey, you gotta admit though, that was fun. At least you had a good new experience with me and
I
riding.
faced my fear.
Yeah, and you rode bikes
I'll
with
never
me.
do
You're
that.
right behind me the whole time. Yeah, I think it was fun.
I'll never ride another bike again.
Not without me at least.
Thank God.
All right. Another question that we had was, what's the most surprising or unexpected moment you've experienced while recording Tea Time podcasts or your podcast in general? So, um, our very first episode, okay, like this is something new that we've never done before, that we've kind of always wanted to do, was, this podcast thing, and it gives us an outlet to be creative, show a side of ourselves that's fun, laid back, and just talk about anything we like. And our first episode, we were like, okay, let's do it on McCamey Manor because that's going on right now. And we were so invested in the Reckless Ben and Danny Burke series. Um, and I was a part of the McCamey Manor uh, hate exposure group for a few years, but now it's even more popular because of the Hulu documentary. Well, when we did our first episode, we finished filming. I posted in the McCamey group, and I said, I said, hey, you guys can watch our first episode. And the founder of the group, Justin, aka the Wolf, he tagged thousands of people that are in the freaking group chat on my post, and I was not expecting that. And I was like, holy crap. That's crazy. Like, I thought we were going to get like 5 views, but now all these people are coming from the group chat just watching it. And I'm like, so that was very shocking, but really cool of him. But with that, since there is never ending drama between people who support sorry, I cannot speak. I have a really bad cough, guys. I'm just now getting over sickness, so excuse me. But yeah, McCamey Manor group, there's haters, supporters, so it's like a never-ending dramatic battle. And so we had a very bad hater, which was expected because, all the drama with McCann Manor and just people going at it, it's a topic that someone will want to join and try to like fire you up on it. So we had a hater watching that first episode of our podcast, and they said the worst stuff you could say about a human being. Like, it was bad. And our producer messaged us, and he was like, "Hey, I just want you to know you ladies are doing wonderful. If you have a hater, that means you're doing something right," which is true. He goes, "I had to ban that person because, well, we accept constructive criticism when it comes in a great intentional way. But when it's something like that, attacking the person for being themselves or their character or some nasty stuff, we do not condone that." So, they took care of that. They blocked the people. And yeah, they were never heard of again. But my mom, I asked her, I was like, "What'd they say?" She's like, "You don't want to know." And I was like, "You're never going to tell me, are you?" She goes, "No." So it means it's that bad if my mom won't even tell me. It was unexpected with being that crazy of a hateful type way, like that's a
Yeah.
little psychotic on their end, not ours. Like, I don't know, just crazy how different people act and feel about watching different things, like people get riled up for the littlest stuff. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I would say that would be the most unexpected,
Yeah,
craziest.
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the person, I guess, I don't know if it's the same person or not, because there was one in the McCain Manor group chat, not group chat, but Facebook group, that commented on our post, and then tried messaging me, but I block them right away. If there's someone that I don't get along with or that's like negative, I just block them. Like,
Yeah.
people are like, "I don't know what to do. I deal with this person all the time," or like, "I'm dealing with this." Just block that. Like, that's why that button is made. And then boom,
Yeah.
you're fine. You just carry on with your day. They carry on with their day, and when you forget about it, you just move on. But it was definitely weird. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I mean, especially since it was like our first episode, even though it was about something that's controversial,
Yeah, definitely our first episode was weird. I don't think anyone gets that. I don't know, just anytime someone's ever released something, like being a first thing of something, everyone's always so supportive of good things happen. It did not happen for us.
They just, I guess, thought we were inexperienced with the material and shit.
Which we weren't. We watched literally hours and hours of McCamey Manor footage, and like and me and you talked about it too. We actually had pages full of notes written, like from the series and all these videos we watched about the whole thing. We wrote notes, memorized stuff. We knew what we were talking about. It's just some people are egotistical.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
No.
I feel like they're egotistical. Like they're like, "I was in this group for 8 years. I'm the one who knows everything. You guys just joined." No, honey, I did not just join. Okay, I was here a few years too, like 4 years. I wasn't here. I didn't just join because the Hulu documentary.
Yeah.
I knew about this when he had McCamey Manor in Sacramento.
Nobody can really say shit unless they know him personally.
Yeah.
So
honestly.
no, you can't vouch for somebody unless you know them.
That's why we were like unbiased as well. Like you could tell that we don't condone what Russ McCamey's doing or anything, but we did take an unbiased kind of standpoint with what was going on.
Yeah.
I feel like you were definitely unbiased, like here and there and stuff too. So, but yeah, so we are on our halfway mark here. So it is time to announce our Blast Artist Spotlight of the week.
ties with a Coke bottle. Into my full figures, I push up on your full throttle, yeah. Baby, stop playing on me. You can get all the work, I even put in OT. I'm on go mode, thought I'd let you know this a land of romance. You super classy, but when you vibing with me, we getting nasty, yeah. Never trashy, I'ma dive in it, look at this, slide in it, girl. That's what I like, only for the night side. I'ma need you a few more times. Had to keep it real, you know the drill. Now bring that ass here. Shit. Girl, we got all night, quit playing. Let's do what we came to do. Ay, cause you know what I need from you. Oh baby, and girl, mamacita, señorita, let me freak ya. From the club to the crib, I'ma show you what it is. I've done one. My drip up on the mill, tell your mama chill. She out and ready and steady, might just get to it. I'ma have to tell her, give me 6 feet. She acting bad, check the swag all up on me. Ay, Miss Jackson, what you want? Beware, I'ma show you I'm full grown. I know you here for a good time, not a long time. But listen, can we make it both? You got what I need, I got what you want. Understand what the vibe is. You looking like you ready to go. You ain't got dressed up to the night. So dangerous, you out of line.
Look, ma'am, you knew exactly what you were doing when you put that on.
Girl, we got all night, quit playing. Let's do what we came to do. Ay, cause you know what I need from you. Oh baby, and girl, mamacita, señorita, let me break ya. From the club to the crib, I'ma show you what it is. I've done one. You got my undivided attention, so is any lady. I saw you from across the room and I was just wondering, maybe if you'd like to take a tour of the crib. You can bring your friend too. Hey, listen, I'd like to show you things. I can have you pulling up in the Benz or a photo range, cause I can show you the world. Take my hand, let's explore. Get all night, quit playing. Let's do what we came to do. Hey, cause you know what I need from you. Oh baby, and girl, mamacita, señorita, let me break ya. From the club to the crib, I'ma show you what it is. I've done one.
All right, so another question we got was, what's an embarrassing thing you've done and never told anyone about? I will go ahead and just say it. All right, so another question we got was, what's an embarrassing thing you've done and never told anyone about? I will go ahead and just say it. In 5th grade, we had this thing called 5th grade helpers, where the 5th graders would go help the kindergartners, it's just something, and it was like once a week. This specific week, I went to help, the kindergartners, and I'm setting at this, not a round table, but it was like kind of a moon-shaped table to where you're in the center of it, and they're all like, curved, like setting curved, like in front of you. Well, I was teaching them how to, trace their ABCs. And then as I leaned too far to, help trace the letters. And then all of a sudden, I fell out of my chair and farted. And my face turned a bright red. And I tried looking around to see if anyone heard that, because if they do, I was just going to blame it on a kindergartner. Because they're kindergartners. And it's like, if a kindergartner farts, it's like, whatever, But a 5th grader, oh no, that's really embarrassing. No one noticed, except this one kid who, when I looked at him, he's looking me dead in the eyes already. He goes, and he was about to scream, you farted super loud for everyone, was going to hear. So I changed the subject. I looked right at him. I said, hey, let's chase letter B, and then I tried. And he shut up for a minute and started like looking down. And I was like, please don't say anything. And he didn't. I was like, oh God. But it was so embarrassing. I was sweating the whole freaking time.
Oh gosh, that's so embarrassing. Especially
I was
kids,
like,
because they're brutal. They would be like,
oh,
"You farted."
they are so brutal and so hostile. This kid was about to just, she farted, but I stopped it. I was like, oh, kid, please do not. I'm already sweating. So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
Well, unfortunately, I have a fart story too. 6th grade. We were reading out of a book. We were our teacher, there was this English class. Okay? We were reading out of a book. It was just a passage and she was calling out, calling on people to read. Okay? Silent as fuck. Silent in the room, okay? You could hear a motherfucking pin drop in
Yeah,
that
like
bitch.
when they're like, okay, all right, you read, and then it's super silent, and you're just the one reading.
Because this teacher was our gym teacher before, so they're hardcore, right? So everybody knew to shut up. Okay? So we were reading the book. And then I had a cough, okay? I was coughing it up. So I was trying to stop it because it just kept going. So, when you try to hold it in, sometimes you go, and try to hold it in and like kind of swallow it. My mistake, okay? So for some fucking reason, I was going like this. I was like this, okay?
Like,
So my ass was kind of already sticking out there, okay? I was just
oh,
like this.
oh yeah, the
Like I
desk position where you like push it all the way, and you're like,
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh
everyone's done
my
that.
god, okay. And I already know who the hell's in this classroom right now. I remember who was there. And I
No.
couldn't play this shit off, okay? Because he was right there next to me, okay? He knew what the fuck happened. So I go, and then I farted. And then I tried to cover it up. And then I was just like, well, shit. I already did it.
Did
I
everyone hear it?
couldn't do anything else. I was just like, and everybody heard it. It was silent as hell in there. So I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then
I
I
would
just
have died laughing.
sat
I'm
up and
sorry.
I tried to get myself together. It just didn't happen.
I would have died laughing. I'm sorry. I
I was
cannot
like,
hold that in.
well, I mean, I don't know. Like maybe farts are funny now, but like then,
Farts are funny. Everyone laughs at farts.
unless it's
Actually,
like dudes are like, ew, a girl farted. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
there is a video I saw on TikTok. It went viral, and Billie Eilish actually posted it. But it was a girl. Did you see it? It was a girl with glasses. She's like, "Farts are funny." This guy let one rip, and everyone laughed. And as
Oh,
soon
I
as
saw that.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's like, as soon as I let it rip, he was like, "Ew, that's gross." She's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because yours is bubbly." And she goes, "I
Like
do not care. Farts are funny." That's just everyone has a fart story. I swear.
everyone does.
Okay, so another question is, what is your worst injury in life? I have a lot of them. I guess my worst one though was back in the day. I was a runner, and one of my favorite games to play was like capture the flag or like tag and stuff. Super good at it. And me and my brother went to this park my mom dropped us off at, and I said, tag you're it. And then all of a sudden, I like run to the top of the playground to where the biggest slide is, to go down. But I didn't go down. I'm standing at the entrance of the slide, and my brother's coming up the stairs. He's like right there. He's like, I'm finally gonna get you. I said, no, you're not. Bye. And all of a sudden, I jump off, like from the tower. I didn't even go down, so I just jump off, and I land on my arm, like my wrist, and it goes.
Ugh.
And I go, and then I'm just sitting there like in pain. And then I go on my stomach and I start trying to army crawl away from him because I still don't want to get fucking because I had a winning streak here. And then my mom runs to me and she's like, pause the game. I'm like, yes, pause, I don't want to get tagged. Took me to the hospital. I had to wait 6 hours in the waiting room with a broken arm. 6 hours. And I was like 6 years old. So that sucked. I had to get my cast like redone 3 times because I kept putting it in the bathtub. Like I would drop it in the bathtub or something and it would get soaking wet. So I'd have to go back and forth and get them recasted. Yeah, that was probably the most painful, worst injury I've ever had.
That's
Do you
crazy.
have-
Well, my legs take most of the hit. I haven't broken anything, but I have sliced all 10 of my toes by being an idiot and stepping on a piece of plastic. It was literally, you know, the that Barbie movie with the hella princesses.
Barbie movie?
Yeah, the Barbie movie with the hella princesses. There's like a million of them.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
even, there's like 10. But I can't remember what it's called. But like there was just this plastic like stepping stool, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I just decided to just step on not the top of it, but like the little like in between where there's like the little like kind of sharper type plastic. What the fuck was I doing? I was just playing around, just stepping up and getting on my tiptoes with that, and it just sliced all of them.
Oh my gosh, that I hate.
I was a child. Shouldn't have done that, but
Like you know how people can't like do blood and stuff, which I'm one of them, or like vomit or something. I cannot do that. Like when someone's like, I sliced, I'm like, I cannot. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me.
But my worst was probably when I was in the lake one time and I was, I think Crocs are an everyday shoe, okay? You can wear them anywhere. But I guess I got mine from Walmart, okay? They're like $10. Sure, they're not going to be that good of quality. Yes, the bottoms were kind of slick and not really had the grooves anymore. That was probably my mistake. But my worst was probably the scar that I have from like right here to about up here. It's from when I was at a lake one time, just got there, and I decided to go in with my slick Walmart Crocs. Walmart. I'm saying that because they're not good of quality as regular Crocs, and they got slick on the bottom very fast. So I decided to walk in there, and I fell and completely jacked up my leg and was bleeding and just decided to wrap it with a shirt and get on with it and just chill.
God.
And I spent the night
Probably
there.
why you don't like lakes, right?
Another reason.
Yeah.
Okay, since we have no more questions left, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think the government is watching us? Not us in general, everybody. I mean, they take a census, but do we really count ourselves?
That was so funny. I'm sorry. Yes, because I've been sick for the past week. And TMI, everyone, but I did have the diarrhea. Cha cha cha. And as soon as I texted you and I said, dude, I have diarrhea, I get on TikTok and there is a freaking Reddit video, like one of the Minecraft story, and it's a person saying, I love it when I have diarrhea. The shooting sensation when it comes out of my butthole feels so good. And I love the pain of when you eat something and you start cramping. I'm like, what the? That is just weird. I've never had anything like that on my timeline before. And until I text you that I was dealing with that issue. And then boom, the first video I get is that. Or when you're talking about something to someone and the first thing you get is that thing on your feed.
Uh,
It's crazy.
I hate that. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's freaky. And then one of my favorite YouTubers, Shane Dawson. I've watched every single video he's had, but they're just too good. But he did come out with a conspiracy theory video talking about like TikTok and stuff like that, and the terms and conditions and security features, and like they basically admitted like, yeah, we listened to you. And anytime you do like a filter on the app, we we basically take note of your facial expressions. It's like super creepy. Like if you're going on your feed, it watches your facial reactions to each video you watch.
Oh,
So yeah, so if there's a video you watching and you don't like it and you're like shaking your head or something, it records that. So it knows to show you like not those videos. But if it sees your face while you're watching a video and you're like or something, they'll show more of that. Like it's super creepy.
so there's really no use for like buttons or the little button on TikTok where the little broken heart, not interested.
Well, that's the thing. If whatever you interact with, you'll get more of that. That's how algorithm works. But yeah, pretty much like that's the thing. Like they record your not your voice, but your face 24/7 when you're in the app, and they do snapshots, and that's how they get you to buy stuff like through TikTok Shop or like push out certain stuff to you to get your reaction. Like it's really creepy.
I feel like I'm
But
on the Truman Show half the time.
the
Because so much
Truman,
bad shit's happened to me.
that show was telling us stuff. It was. We are all in the Truman Show. Actually, I feel like we're in the Hunger Games too.
We are
Because
all a player in the game of life.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're in all of that because actually this would be great. Like, what if we just did a new episode separately of just theories and all that? I would love that.
Yeah, like theories
Yeah,
about life, like how we're in the Hunger Games.
me and you talk so deep about that stuff. So people are in, you're getting your rocket for that one. Like we'll go nuts on that one. But yeah, we'll do that another time. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people, like majority, like masses, were saying we were in the Hunger Games because you have these celebrities at the Met Gala dressing in $100,000 clothing, while all of us are here suffering day by day, trying to live and eat something and keep the lights on, while they're there just like, look at us, we don't care that you're suffering. And that is what Hunger Games is. You have the capital, and they're all there partying, have fun, while everyone else in all the little districts are scrambling and dying, and they don't care. It's a sad, sad thing. Sad world,
Yeah. Very sad.
And then you have all the rich people that can put their money to good and don't.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're making a new hotel in a space. Oh, that's great. How about instead of making a new hotel like in space, we take care of shit down here first?
At least they could do is like, take some water to, people that are fucking thirsty,
Yeah,
or some
like,
food and shit.
but
Something.
even the water they want to profit off of. It's like, it is an essential, and essentials make the most money.
Like you can't just like give something away once in a while, or
It's
like
so
come on.
sad. It's so sad. I think there was some drama, I think, with Nestle. Yeah, I think they bought a water company or something, the chocolate bar people, and then they were gonna like, crap, I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. Maybe we could talk about it another time correctly. But like, there's some drama with them. They bought some water out or something, was gonna sell it instead of giving away for free, and some people caught that, and they backtracked and like, oh no, we weren't gonna do that when they totally were.
Yeah.
Just something like that. You guys can look into it or look it up, but I don't want to say anything wrong about it or not hating companies or whatever. I don't want to get canceled for that, but yeah, I don't know. There's something fishy going on with that. You guys can look into. I can't really remember what all that was about, but I know that was a thing. And I know anywhere you go, vending machines, football stadiums, game places, arcades, out to eat, there's always Dasani water,
Yeah.
no other water. And Dasani, it has chemicals in it. It has the same chemical that you inject a death row patient in to die in it, a little bit amount. And then there's a little bit of salt in it, which dehydrates you more. So you want to buy more Dasani, and boom, they make bank off of it. That's why it's so important to pick what water you're drinking.
I remember all the things coming out about that in the videos. And like a couple of years ago, I tested that theory out myself because it is thicker water. It tastes different.
It tastes so horrible. Like if you're a water drinker, like the difference in water, which Danny drinks a lot of water. He'll switch it out though, like alkaline water and stuff like that. And then we have a filter as well that helps a lot. So that works out. But yeah, we don't like this. No. And then the water that's super good and pure, is the most expensive water too. Like you can look up the pH on all, like there's a water chart and it's like number one worst water is like Dasani, and it keeps going up. And then there's Fiji, that's good, and then there's like the number one water, and it's so expensive, like it's crazy. It's like $40 for a bottle. Like I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know. It's just it's all screwed up and sad and greedy and corrupt, and it's like not much you can do about it except talk about it,
I'm not laughing about the situation. My dog's looking at me, going.
Hey, earlier, if y'all saw, my dog almost, ate another, actually, Amazon driver out my window. Now Bailey's like, hey, I want to be in it.
He's like, let me out.
Yeah, I'm here.
Big head.
But, like, what's also screwed up? For example, right now, that's when I texted you, I said, what's happening with Starbucks? You said, I don't know what's going on. I said, I don't know either. All I know is that they lost I think $1 billion or something, 11 billion, 1 million, something like that.
Crazy.
In 11 days, or I don't know. And then everyone's boycotting them. They're like, Starbucks, you're basically drinking blood or something. I think it has to do with the war that's happening. I don't really know much about it, but I try to stay out of all that stuff. Because people are very opinionated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to get into all that. But yeah, it's like if so many people can take down a company like that, like imagine how much other corrupt companies that actually are evil and bad that you can take down.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to name any companies. There's a lot out there.
Use your power for legit reasons, not just for this could, be this is obviously a legit thing. I get I don't know. I don't know much about it.
But yeah, if it's like legit to them, because they lost $11 billion.
But whatever it was over, they could have chosen to stay silent or speak out. And if this is the way they're choosing to the consequence for speaking out, because people are getting shitted on for speaking out and not speaking out, or speaking out too late, like Selena Gomez and this, that, and the third. Basically everybody's getting shitted on for not saying something when, first of all, it's not really their place. When you don't know anything about it or don't even look into things like this, like I do, I don't personally.
They expect right, everyone. So that was the questions that we were asked and wanted to answer. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm your host, Shay Stone.
And your co-host, Ari.
And you can watch a new episode every Friday at 6 p.m. on the Blast Network, or you can also listen to the audio version only podcast anywhere you get your podcast. So yeah, join us next week for a new one. See ya.